My name's Derek. I'm 50 years old. My wife is Anna Marie. We have 3 kids, Christopher, Alyssa, and Madison. And we have 3 grandkids and 1 on its way, Mason, Michael, and Chloe. The story that I have to share to you today, that I want to share a little bit of background growing up, raised in a single family home. Mom and dad divorced first grade. And I wanted to live with my dad, and my mom said, no, son, you're going to live with me. And I was defiant and kicked and screamed, and she wouldn't let me. And we moved down to San Diego, California, and had an uncle that I didn't really know, but my mom, his brother, my mom worked nights, and my uncle would physically abuse me and my brother, throw us downstairs. Really, we were in a bad situation, eat soap and handcuff us in the corner. And we had this pain that we had to walk through, and had to share with my mom these things, and she didn't believe us. And this was first grade, and I got to the point that I felt that I would be in a situation that I probably wouldn't survive if I kept doing this. It was day in, day out. And I ended up burning down my mom's condo. Not really funny, but the story and my calling in life today all revolves around the kind of brokenness that I had in my life. Because at that point, my mom said, you know what? You called my dad and said, you're going to have to come get your son. He's uncontrollable. I can't control him. He came down and moved out to Seaside, California. My dad introduced me to the game of tennis in 3rd grade. I had cousins and uncles in and out of prison. They were my mentors. That's all I knew. And at that time, my dad mentored me. He groomed me. I wanted to be around him all the time. And that was kind of my safe haven. Getting off the streets and playing the game of tennis, that allowed me to the building blocks of being ranked in the juniors of 12 years old, 14s, all the way to 18, and get a Division I full ride scholarship to San Jose State. Ended up playing Division I tennis, and shortly after that, got hurt when I was 25 on the ATP circuit. Started playing professional tennis. Came back home, started teaching tennis. At that time, I wanted to just move to another place. Wanted to stop tennis. I've been playing my whole life. Moved out to Las Vegas. My dreams and my goals, they seem like they were shattered, because I've always had a coach in my life, and now I came to this point, like, what am I going to do now? So I moved out here to Vegas and started teaching tennis at a club. I looked at Border Books had jobs to people to hire at that time, their newspapers, right? That's how old it was. And drove over to Vegas. Been out here only 2 times. The girlfriend at my time is my wife today, but she said, "Well, if you can be out there for over 6 months, I'll come out there." And stayed out here, and the rest was history. Got involved with fitness, and climbing up the rankings. And in 2013, opened up our fitness gym, and just had a real knack for sharing my story with the youth. Moving out to Vegas, not having anything, was really the same thing I did all through the juniors. It wasn't much different. And so I wanted to get back to the youth, get back to the kids. And in 2012, we started Exposing Kids to Greatness. It's a nonprofit that we mentor motherless and fatherless kids. And so that's kind of the heartbeat behind our fitness gym. Prestige Labs, I was introduced, I did I think it was one of their first challenges. It was 12 weeks at the time. I lost 30 pounds. The challenges have been phenomenal. The coaching, I've been coached by Dr. Cashy and his group as well. We were introduced to Prestige Labs in Austin, Texas, went out to the summit out there, and Dr. Cashy and Alex Hermosi just knew that the product, and just knowing Dr. Cashy and the love that he had for people, and the growth and the genuine love that he had for transformation and growth in people, was amazing. And I loved his passion for that, the nerdiness for his product, and seeing how great this product was. We've been using it since 2018. I think we took a little break from it during the COVID shutdown when we couldn't be in our gym, but for the most part, we've been using this, and it's been just a great piece for us to be able to accelerate the results for our clients. I believe that we all need a coach. We all need a mentor. We are mentoring others, either in the positive or negative way. I knew that I had to make a change in my life when sitting across from a member to be, selling the 6-week challenge and telling them, fitness, accountability, and nutrition, and sharing this. And I'm looking at my puffy self, soft self, and going, oh my gosh, I'm telling this person all these things, but I'm not doing any of it. What a hypocrite. And right then I knew I had to make a change. It was a perfect timing, to start Prestige and to start this challenge, and our members jumped on board with us. And so that was phenomenal. Having a community and having our members be part of this challenge, I think that was very rewarding. When I started this challenge, I was pretty heavy. I was at, what was I, 203 pounds. Yeah, 203 pounds, 19% body fat. Waist was at 37, hips at 43, left arm was at 15.5, right arm at 15 and a quarter, left leg at 22.5, right leg at 22. Those are some startling stats. That is definitely not an athletic body, and so in 8 weeks I lost 17.6 pounds, 16 inches, 6%, I'm not at 6%, but I lost 6% body fat. And I believe my best muscle group is my back. That got to really see some definition in my back, not only through the nutrition piece, but through some endurance. I got involved with doing my first triathlon right before the challenge. Been swimming, been doing some fitness pieces that I haven't done in a long time, and get involved back into tennis again. So learning through this challenge was the food prep, and the habits. 8 weeks of different habits of like going to bed at a certain time, waking up at a certain time, eating my meals on every 3 hours, and loading them in my fitness pal, knowing what my macros are, and doing that over and over and over. I remember Bruce Lee has this great quote that he says that, he didn't fear someone that knew 10,000 kicks, but he fears someone that practiced one kick 10,000 times. So man, if we can implement something and do it 10,000 times, or even getting 1,000 reps in, it becomes a habit, and you start to, those old habits start to fade away, like me eating my Lucky Charms, some of those bad habits, and cereal, and all those other good things that the flesh loves. But you know what? We either eat for performance or we eat for taste. You can't have them both, right? So how do you look at food? I think that's one of the big things I've learned, how to proportion those sizes. When I'm measuring things out, now I know when I go out to restaurants that I can make those great choices. I can make choices and still be in line, and enjoy life, right? Not having to live out my Tupperware when I'm on vacation. I just went on vacation in Utah and measuring out, what did I eat? Staying in bounds. And we don't take vacation from workouts. We shouldn't, or our nutrition. We just go out of town to enjoy certain things, but we can still stay on board with all that we have. So just a different, me turning 50 in June 19th has been kind of a turnaround for me. And I'm so glad that with Prestige Labs, that the supplements have been amazing. Every single supplement I take. But I think if I had to narrow down the ones that I really like, it's the pre-workout. The pre-workout is the best on the planet. I mean, you're especially if you're doing functional fitness or any kind of high intensity fitness, your heart rate isn't jumping through your through your skin. You're not itching. You're not none of these side effects, but it just gives you just enough to just kind of stay alert, keep focused, and keep the grind on, and give you just enough energy. And I love that, because it just puts you right in the right place, right at the right time. And I would refer this to anyone. If you are thinking about getting involved with Prestige Labs, that's the best. I mean, right away, you are blessed because you have the opportunity to get involved, right? A lot of people don't even get to hear about it, but you get to hear about it. Now you take the next step. So being able to hear about it's one, but now moving forward and stepping into action so you can start to make the change in your life. Just finished the Prestige Labs challenge, the 8-week challenge. Super excited about it. Phenomenal results. The community was great. The 8 weeks of just staying on point. By winning this challenge, I'm going to use the funds to build out. See, we have other Fit to Serves in Mexico and orphanages that we're able to build these fitness centers, and we get to mentor these kids and raise them up to be mentors. And so this the orphanage that we just visit, I would love to be able to use the funds to go down there and build out what we do here every weekend, to be able to pour into other people and use fitness as that transformation piece to see change in their life and build up this next generation. There's so much of a bigger why than just, hey, I want to just win money. It's the next generation. I believe building up this next generation, it starts with us, starts with men, being the leaders of their home, and then pouring into those kids. And those kids, like I was raised in a single family home, I want to raise up men and leaders to be able to pour into other men and leaders and take responsibility. That's what I want to teach, and that's what I want to share, and that's what we're doing right now. And I believe with Prestige Labs that we can get these kids involved with living healthy lives by supplementing things in their life, but starting with nutrition and just getting some basic movement in their life. And so I'm excited. I'm excited about being back engaged. We all need a coach. We need to understand those blind spots that we have. And sometimes we don't see them, but your coaches do. If you're not coached, start with Prestige Labs, because they have coaches for you. They'll coach you right away for free. You just buy their supplements, and they have so many resources, so many videos, and they'll tell you exactly what's in every supplement. I love that, because I'm not a nerd on supplements or biochemists, but I love how they break it down in just layman terms. That's simplicity. That's easy for me, even me, to understand what to take and how to take it, right? You remember that, it's just supplements, right? They're supplementing the nutrients you're not getting from food. So you still have to eat. You still have to train, right? Whatever that lane you're in, stay in that lane, but allow the acceleration of some supplementation to help you in that journey.
I believe the most unique piece about my story is just getting back up. I know as a kid, the adversity piece of my life was always about getting back up, always trusting those things that you don't see, the understanding of those things that you can't touch and feel, but by faith, continue to press forward. Big believer in adversity causes some to break and others to break records. And so as a youth and through the journey that till here today, I'm 50 years old, 50 years young, I guess, and I think that's very unique in my story, and I get to share that. Another unique piece of my story is reconcile my relationship with my mother. I mean, through grade school and junior high and high school, we had a rocky relationship, and it wasn't until later in my adult years that we reconciled out. It was all because of the Lord that blessed us to be able to come together, and not only have we reconciled, but we are just great friends. She lives right down the street from me. We go to church together, we hang out together. I am so blessed. There's something that started that it looked like it was going to not end well, but all things are possible through Christ Jesus. So I am so excited through what God has done through our relationship with my mother. Yes, I am super proud to be able to do this 8-week challenge with my team, Team Fit the Serve, those members that participated with me in this challenge. I'm so proud of you guys. Your results speak for themselves. And so, again, congratulations in your journey. I know you guys are going to continue in this. You guys have amazing results, and continue to press on in 2023. I'm super proud of you guys. The unique piece in my transformation, kind of along the same lines, but I think the one thing that is very unique in those 8 weeks was when I was done, or halfway through, really, it was like, this is a way of life. This shouldn't be just this 8 weeks. After the 8-week challenge, I continued to lose. I lost 3 more pounds the next week. And so it was like, I'm okay with this. I took 2 trips in the 8-week challenge. That was unique, and continued to set my mind on the goal. I'm a big believer of without a goal, discipline is self-punishment. We tell each other, ourselves these big excuses. I'm not disciplined enough. I'm not. Well, we don't have a goal big enough then to allow ourselves to be disciplined. We brush our teeth every single day because we don't want our teeth to fall out. That's our goal. So we just do it, repetition, boredom. Since we were 5 years old, and today we still brush them. We just do it by habit. And I think those are the habits. That's the unique piece about the journey through the 8 weeks. I just said, you know what? I'm going to continue to eat this way forever. I'm going to continue to take these supplements forever. I'm going to continue to control my weight forever because this feels good. I wake up at different times. I feel good in the presence of other people, and the joy and the energy, people can see it. They want to be around it. You know, they want to be around people that brings life to their voice and to their talk and to what they talk about. And so I'm super excited about being able to pour into the next generation and seeing and teaching by action the things that I was able to go through and still going through.
And I just want to thank God for allowing me to be able to persevere. Thank my wife for helping me through the food prep, the reminders, tolerating me when I was hangry, right? Let's set the charge, guys. Let's set the charge for 2023 that's coming up. And yeah, the results are the results. And we all have results. And sometimes it's just not always in the physical piece, mentally, spiritually. There's been so many wins through this. My story is my story. Your story is your story. We all have a story. It's very unique, and we need to share it with the world.